Hey, welcome back to Holistic Moms. I'm your host, Shan Wright. I'm excited because today we're going to get started in a 3-part series. I have not done a series, and so I'm excited for that. And the reason I'm choosing this one is because we are all dealing with some kind of stress, and chronic stress causes chronic inflammation, which causes chronic disease. And you are a mama who does not want to be stressed but wants to be healthy. You want to be holistically well. You want to care for your whole person. But it's confusing and overwhelming, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. So I was listening to the Resetters podcast with Dr. Mindy Peltz, and she was asked this question from her listeners: what are the 3 most important things women should pay attention to be healthy, like a checklist? And I loved her answers, and so I'm going to expand on each one of her answers, and it's each one will have its own episode to make up the 3-part series. So today is part 1 about hormones. Yes, we are talking about the hormones related to stress and anxiety. As busy moms, balancing these hormones can have a huge impact on our day-to-day, our energy, our mood, all of our wellness, our whole being. So we need to get into all of that. But before we do, I want to say happy birthday again to Holistic Moms podcast. Yes, I'm the one sitting here and recording, but I've had lots of guests on. So there's lots of people that are a part of this birthday, and you as the listener, it is a celebration for you as well. And actually mostly you. And so I'm gifting you the birthday gift. All you have to do to win this birthday gift is go vote for your favorite episode. I have put together the top 5 episodes on a Facebook post in the Facebook group, bit.ly/holistic hacks. That's the Holistic Living for Christian Moms Facebook group. And you can go over there and vote for your favorite. But if you don't see your favorite, if it's not one of the top 5, then tell me which one it is. And not only does this help celebrate the episodes that have made the star appearance, but also it helps me know what to do as we move forward in the show. What you want to hear, what you are really looking to listen to and to engage with and learn about. So please go vote. And then I'm going to do a random draw of all the voters who will win a free 15-minute wellness accountability coaching session with me. And we are going to do that right there in the Facebook group. I'm super excited because that's a gift that's actually going to serve you in so many ways. You can come to me with any wellness need, any wellness goal. We're going to break it down. We're going to go underneath. We're going to find out in our conversation what is at the root of this wellness goal and what is holding you back from accomplishing it and what are the lies that you're believing. And we're going to help transform those lies into truth. And we're going to take steps forward on your wellness journey. We're going to go higher, just that little baby step higher up the mountain. Yes, we can do that in 15 minutes because the tools and the way that I'm going to help you in that 15 minutes, you can take with you. And then I'm an accountability coach. So if you win this 15 minutes, you can still message me. We can still talk through the steps that we talked about, and you can continue to go higher. I will hold you accountable to doing what you said you're going to do. So not only do you want to win this 15 minutes for free, but does that also sound like something you want to invest in? Do you want to invest in your holistic wellness and do the good, hard work of getting down to your beliefs? Where did they start? Where are they coming from? What agreements have you made? What false agreements have you made? What inner vows do you have? What, generational stuff has been planted inside of you? What word curses have been spoken over you that you need to break up with, that you need to pull up from the root and get rid of them and replace truth into your brain, down deep into your heart, so that you can pursue any wellness goal that you have. You can continue in any wellness goal when you have the right belief system rooted down deep. And that is hard work. And it is not for the faint of heart. That's why you need the accountability to come alongside of you and help you up the mountain. I'm going to push you, give you those little nudges, those little words of encouragement to get you going up, because I've done this work. I continue to do it because it's not a one and done thing. And I have done it and it has changed my life. So if you're ready to change your life, and this will affect your whole life, I don't care if it's a weight loss goal or a money goal or a social goal or a job goal or whatever goal it is. You just want to make bread. Whatever goal you have in life, that was one of mine recently. You need to get to the bottom of it. It sounds like, well, that sounds simple, but it's not. And it is good, hard work that you can solve so many problems with in your life. So let's be problem solvers and let's climb higher and go up the mountain together. Go to theshanwright.com/coaching and you can book me for a coaching call if you don't win that free 15-minute. But even if you don't want to vote, don't want to enter that contest, go over to theshanwright.com/coaching. That's theshanwright.com/coaching. And I cannot wait to join you and hold your hand up the mountain. Now let's jump into this episode and learn about stress hormones. Hey mama, are you stressed by the lack of time in the day to do all the things? Are you feeling disconnected from God, your husband, and even your kids because patience and presence seem out of reach? Do you want a healthier body, mind, spirit, and home, but overwhelmed in where to start? Hey, I'm Shan Wright, daughter of the king, wife, mom to 4, RN, wellness coach, and I know very well what it feels like to want to live well, but about to lose it with my very blessed, full life. After realizing I can't pour from an empty cup, I tracked my way to whole body wellness and so much peace. If you are ready to cancel the stressed out life, learn tactical, intentional strategies as a mom wearing many hats, find more peace, confidence, and joy raising kingdom kids, then listen in. Come on, mama, together we got this. Really, God's got this. So go heat up that coffee again and turn your listening ears on. Let's chat. Today's episode is all about your hormones, and when we understand our hormones better as women, we can live holistically better. But unfortunately, we don't look at hormones as chemical messengers that they are. We have a misconstrued idea of what they're doing in our body, and we have to understand that there's a hormonal hierarchy and how understanding that can help you manage your stress better. So let's start with a quick overview of this hierarchy, okay? So our bodies produce dozens of hormones that regulate everything from sleep to digestion to mood, but the key players in your hormonal system are prioritized based on survival needs. First, we have our sex hormones, and they are massively controlled by insulin sensitivity, and then that is controlled by cortisol. Cortisol says if you are under stress, you will stay insulin resistant. Therefore, it affects your sex hormones. Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone. It's produced by your adrenal glands, and it kicks in when your body perceives a threat or a stressor, whether it's a crying baby at 3 a.m. or a looming deadline at work or just the normal everyday juggling of life. Cortisol is necessary for survival. But when it's constantly elevated, it can wreak havoc on your body, leading to weight gain, fatigue, mood swings, even lowering your immunity and your inability to manage your sex hormones because you are insulin resistant at this point. So It all comes down to managing this stress so that we can manage the cortisol level. If we are constantly flooded of cortisol in our body, then we can't regulate our insulin or our sex hormones or our weight. So the hierarchy is sex hormones, then insulin, then cortisol. It affects going down. So insulin, which manages blood sugar and thyroid hormones, regulates metabolism, is all affected by high cortisol levels. So when cortisol is chronically elevated, it can throw everything else off balance. So let's talk about cortisol a little bit more. It is essential for keeping us alert and focused in short bursts. Like when you need to react quickly, an emergency is happening, a crisis, that you need it. You need it to kick in. But constant stress leads to constant cortisol elevation. And as a busy mom, you know what I'm talking about. You might feel like you're always in fight, flight, or freeze mode all day, from rushing the kids out the door, managing work, work from home, work away from home, cooking, cleaning, running errands, being the taxi driver. So when the cortisol stays high, it can leave you feeling tired but wired. So it makes it harder to lose weight and even causes you to snap at your kids, get irritated, that mom rage kicks in. That's all the bad part. There is a good part. There's good news. Right above cortisol is another hormone in this hierarchy, and it is a natural antidote to cortisol. It is called oxytocin. Oxytocin is the hormone of connection, bonding, and love. When oxytocin levels rise, cortisol levels lower. Yes, this is what we want. Why don't we all just run around getting oxytocin? I don't know. So instead of letting stress take over, we can actually boost oxytocin to naturally bring our bodies back to a calm, balanced state. It is often called the love hormone because it is released during bonding activities, like think relationships, like when you cuddle your baby, when you're breastfeeding, connecting with a loved one, even a pet, anything that's relational. It is going to help you feel more calm, relaxed, and connected inside because oxytocin's going up and cortisol is going down. So in the hustle and bustle of life, mama, we need to find ways to boost this oxytocin regularly to counteract the stress. That is why I have said in the emotional exhaustion, stress, anxiety episode where we talked about all the different levels of exhaustion, I said for that tool is to go on a walk with a friend specifically or a spouse, because it's the oxytocin that's going to be higher and then it's going to lower the cortisol. And this is why in postpartum anxiety after my third baby, and I was crying out to God in stress and anxiety, He gave me 4 simple things to do. And I only know this in hindsight as to why it was these 4, but they all had to do with increasing my oxytocin because God is so smart and He's the great physician. He made our bodies. He's the creator. So He's so smart. And He gave me 4 activities that had to do with increasing the oxytocin, which would lower my cortisol and my stress. They were meeting with Him, relationally meeting with Him, relationally being with my husband on dates, having fun, being with my girlfriends and hanging out and bonding in girl time, moving my body on walks with my friends. So those 4 things is what He told me to do, and they all had to do with increasing my oxytocin. When I saw that, I was like, wow, He's really cool. And what's really interesting is that oxytocin can be triggered with both these daily small actions and deep emotional actions. So let's talk about a little bit more in detail how you can get these in your everyday full life, okay? I'm going to give you some examples of how we can boost our oxytocin. Number 1 is physical touch. Okay, you can grab a hug from anyone. Go hug a tree. No, but take a few minutes and hug your children. Hug your baby. Like, just savor it, take it in, and know that you are doing so much good to your hormones. Like, even think about it. And when your husband comes home from work, or when you guys reconnect at the end of the day, have a 10-second hug. Like, that is, I mean, I'm guilty. We don't do that as much as we should. We used to do it a lot before that year 2020, and it was a part of our daily routine. But then everyone started working from home, and you just running to each other all day long. And I forget to take that moment and hug. So this is a reminder for me too. Okay, number 2 is laughter. So laughing is huge. So it's a great trigger for oxytocin. Find some time to watch a funny YouTube video or a funny show, or do something really silly with your kids. I mean, that's going to be great for everyone, right? And this was actually a goal of mine during 2020 and 2021. I watched some really silly shows on TV, on Netflix, because I think we all did, right? It was like, let's just laugh. I needed something light. Number 3 is acts of kindness. So when you're feeling down well, I think we think of it when we're feeling down, but I want you to think of it when you're feeling stressed and anxious, to go do something for someone else, because that's going to boost your oxytocin, and then that's going to lower your stress. We often think, well, I don't have time to go grab a friend a coffee, or I don't have time to go stop by my neighbor's house and have a quick chat. You do, because it's actually going to help everything else. It's going to lower your cortisol, which is then going to make you more calm and give you more time in everything. When you're more calm, you get more done. Okay? So really think of it as a thing to do when you're stressed out. Let me go do something kind for someone. Number 4 is spending quality time with the people that you care about, which is what I had pointed to with my 4 wellness actions God gave me. So go for a short walk with one of your kids or your husband or whole family, or, sit down at dinner together and talk about your days, talk about your highs and lows. Really just spend time communicating and having that QT one-on-one or as a family. It's really going to do a great thing for your hormones. The next one is worship, meditation and worship. So again, spending that time with God, that relational time with God and the Holy Spirit. And if you're like, I'm so stressed, I have no time, just put on a song, one song. It's a 4-minute song. Sit there and soak it in. Think about every word, every lyric, and just calm yourself down. And it's really your oxytocin going into action, and it's going to help move forward in the rest of your day. The next one is exercise and movement. Yes, but I'm not talking about going to the gym and lifting a ton of weights, because that's putting more stress internally on your body. But just walk, or go dancing, or have a dance party in the living room with the kids. We used to do this a ton. Another thing that kind of got lost during, I don't know when actually, but it got lost, and we need to bring it back because it's so fun. After dinner dance parties are the best. Or just do some stretching, or go for the family walk after dinner. So all this movement will help calm your nervous system, and it will release oxytocin and endorphins. When you're moving your body and doing something fun like dancing and walking and talking, you're going to get an endorphin release as well. Okay, so let me recap real quick. I have physical touch. Go give some hugs. That's like one of the best medicines. Laughter. Go laugh at a joke and go search for something to laugh at if you're like having a hard time cracking a smile. Acts of kindness. Go do an act of kindness for somebody. This is so easy. There's a million things you could do. I know you have them all stored up. I want you to remember you do have time to do it. And then the next one is quality time. Spend that quality time with the people you care about. Worship would be the next one. Just spend that few minutes with God in prayer and worship. The longer the better, but just meditating on His word will help calm everything down. And then movement. Get out and take a walk or a dance and release that oxytocin. So remember this. Next time you're feeling stressed, you have the power. you actually have the power to do something naturally to lower your cortisol and to boost the oxytocin. That is going to counteract it. So again, go back, choose one of these. I want you to choose one of these to do today. I don't know when you're listening to this episode, but whenever you are, choose one to do today. And I want you to come over into the Facebook group and tell us which one you chose. You can find the Facebook group at link bit.ly/holistic hacks. Or if you go into Facebook and search Holistic Living for Christian Moms. Come tell us, come pop in there and tell us which one. Because remember, we want to take intentional action so that we can live intentionally well. Those are our intentions. We got to take the action to do it. And next time, we will take on the second thing that Dr. Mindy Peltz said to do to live holistically healthy. So come back for part 2. And until next time, shalom, shalom. Hey, Wellness Warrior, I pray that blessed you. And if so, it would bless me big if you would write a 5-star review and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Not only would this make me super happy, but it will allow for others to find this show too. Also, I love to chat over on Instagram, so make sure to take a screenshot, share to your Instagram stories, and tag me at @TheShanWright so I can see it and we can keep chatting and bring other moms to chat with us. Until we get to chat again, mama friend, may the Lord's face shine upon you and give you peace.